Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is tutorial series number 9 here in Maharlikans code regarding this web development series. Okay guys, so right now we have some topic that we need to discuss regarding this Gorilla. We're still in Gorilla here, Gorilla Mux URL routers. This is very useful for our routing, meaning these routers is what they call in layman's term. This is our this is what we call our URL, guys. So for example, for those who don't know yet, so at least I will lay out for you what is this used for. This Gorilla Mux URL is for linking. For example, you have this. For example, you have Maharlikans.com or any domain name you have or your local name. There is a URL there, like for example, domainname.com or maharlikans.com / sign up, or even the slash itself. That is what we call the index, which is our homepage, which is the default URL, guys. So right now we need to discuss a few of these URL patterns that we need to discuss before we go deep dive into our web development series here in Maharlikans code. So let's dive into this, guys. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so in our previous discussion, guys, we have the very basic what I call this page that in our last discussion, guys. So right now I changed with an open source template, which is at least is a decent enough to launch or start our project here in Maharlikans code, which is our maharlikanscode.com itself. Right now we need to have this kind of template that is decent enough, guys. So you can head over if you want. You can download from this free bootstrap template. This is used by what they call, the site itself is a HTML stream. Okay, the link will be provided in the description below, guys, so no worries. So and then I will choose this stream dashboard UI kit, which is so far a lot of downloads there, around 2,000 plus. This one is a bootstrap 4, so we can okay guys, so you can just head over, or I have you can sign up freely here, guys. So you can just then you can download this beautiful dashboard UI kit here. You can just click around and then you can download these, guys. But before you can download, you can always sign up first, because otherwise they will require what I call this account from this HTML stream.com. This is under the MIT license, so we can these are all the things here, guys. But they also have this online documentation, so you can just play around with this template. You can use as well with your project. Okay guys, this is a free bootstrap for template. They also have premium template, guys, so if you want, but this one is decent enough for our small project here, so that we can at least very nice looking for our dashboard here, because in the future we need to create login system, a fully login system here in Maharlikans code, guys. So we will build it from scratch again, and so stay tuned for that, guys. We will have a complete login system here from login, sign up or register a new user, and forgot password, and then we can go into the dashboard there after we successfully authenticate our user. Then it will automatically email as well when we go to the when they register or forgot the password. So stay tuned for this, guys. We will build it from scratch with the MySQL database, and okay, so we will build and develop here first in our local development PC, and then we will publish this after we done the login system for our local development here. After this, we will deploy it to our production server there in Linode. So right now our maharlikanscode.com is So it's a very simple page there. It's just hello Maharlikans code, but in the future we will be replacing it with this kind of pages. This also is a Bootstrap 4, which is a free premium it's a free template for Bootstrap 4 that you can use. This is for the the dashboard kind of thing. So we will have this remember and then login system here, guys. So stay tuned for this, guys. So right now we will have some simple topic first, just to understand and the workflow of this Gorilla Mux, which is this is what I'm talking about, guys. Which is the Gorilla Mux. Gorilla itself, there is so many Gorilla toolkits there. They call it the toolkits. So the popular one is the Gorilla Mux, CSRF, all these things, guys. So we will deal with this Gorilla Mux, which is for the URL, any URL patterns or matcher. They call it the matcher. And then handlers is automatically we are using, guys, because the moment when we use this Gorilla Mux here, it is always in tandem with these handlers. Okay, so and then this WebSocket and then the CSRF. So we will do this one first, the Gorilla Mux, which is this is the foundation of our URLs. So this is a very important step when we have to deal with the web development in any kind of web development, guys. Any kind of languages that you are using, either Python or C# or something, there is always this URL that maps with your pages or something. And then, or even if you have the most important one also is the dynamic pages. So the dynamic URL that it will be from your database or like a category or something like that, guys, or your product description with the corresponding ID there. Then that is a very important one. And then probably our next step will be the CSRF. After this Gorilla Mux, I will show you this one, guys, CSRF. And then the session, we will not be discussing this, guys, because we will try to create our own our own session, but it's not a session actually, guys. It's we will use this Golang maps there, and then to store all our information after the user's authentication. Okay, so for us to be unique as well, and then these are all the things, guys. So we will try a different way, because session is it's quite so many it's like a classic for web development. But we will explore another way. We will deal with our own, and then we will create from scratch, guys. So that one is in our future discussion. So after the Mux, then we will do the CSRF here. Okay, then the one of the most important part of the web development is the WebSocket, guys. So we will use this WebSocket as well from this Gorilla toolkit. So we will be this WebSocket will be for the real-time application, like your notification, guys. Remember that we have this after we log in, and then of course the modern application, right? In this today's generation is we always have like a real-time notification from our dashboard there after we log in. Then we will do that by using this WebSocket. This is a real-time kind of network connection, guys. So it's a peer-to-peer kind of a connection. Then we will do this here in Maharlikans code. So after all, we have created all this system here, login. After we go to the dashboard there, then we can probably create a simple chat application. After you log in, then you can, all of you guys there, you can test around, and you can log in, all these things. So we can play around here in Maharlikans code. So okay, guys, we will deal with this. Okay guys, we will deal with this router here. Actually, we have done one Gorilla Mux router, guys. This is what I'm talking about here. This is just as what you call a normal, normal as we are. Okay, I mean, this is the function, the normal function, guys, what I'm talking about. It's just a normal function, but with the request parameter here, which is the argument, which is the Gorilla Mux router. So we will use this pointer here. This is the standard for Gorilla Mux. Okay, so we will use this pointer, this what do you call this, and then we can add multiple kind of thing here, guys. We can use get, post, put, or something, the common thing there, guys, but normally we will use get and post there. So okay, so or any of your API as well, then we can this is all the same pattern and the code or the syntax, guys. So right now we will create a new one, which is a simple one. As you can see that in our thing here, I stop our server for a while, so maybe I will run for a few seconds, guys. Actually, this one is a URL router already, guys, our mux. As you can see that we are loading this by default when you, for example, this right now we are still in the local host, but if we are in the production side, this is a you can type directly your domain name. So for example, maharlikanscode.com, our favorite domain name here. Just kidding. Okay, so this is the thing. Also, guys, I created a small logo here. This one also freebies from the images here. It's like a SVG file here from this HTML stream, guys. So after you download, you have some freebies there, something like this kind of an image, guys. Okay, so at least the look and feel is very nice. And then I also use this what do you call this Fav Icon, if you don't know yet, guys. For those who are totally newbie for what do you call this web development, because right now we are our audience, of course, is a mixed audience, guys. So, totally no background for web development or programming. Then okay, guys, so you can create actually this one also, your Fav Icon. They call it the favorite icon, but the shortcut is Fav Icon. Fav Icon. Okay, you can head over this website, which is the favicon.io. You can upload your own PNG or text icon or emoji. Normally I will choose this text because I would like to create this kind of hold on, guys, something like, okay, so this is a kind of thing. If you want like the first letter there, like Maharlikans or Edge or Maharlikans, like that, guys. Yeah, you can change whatever the color here. You can change all these, guys. So after you download all everything, or then you can change the font name as well. Then you can like Lancelot or something like that, guys. So you can probably change everything here, guys. Then after that you can download. You will have all this kind of icon here, guys. So there is a Apple Touch, Android, Chrome, five different sizes, guys. So what I'm going to do is this Fav Icon here, you can use from what they call this front HTML here. Okay, so this kind of thing, guys, and then you can map from our static here. Also, I changed in a previous template, guys, because we just, that one is a bit problematic template one. So I just choose this bootstrap template, so we can the look and feel is very nice. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, the Fav Icon here. Then you can use around here with your own brand or brand name. Okay, and then I will explain later, guys, about this. Okay, we will back to the router here. So you will create additional and then the simple one, guys. I will end this one first. Okay, I will clear. we will create a simple page based on the and this one I can close now. So based on this Gorilla Mux here, there is a guide as well. There's some small documentation for us to follow. Okay, so there is a kind of documentation. This is for the home page, guys. You always have this slash here only. So and then you route to certain function called the home handler. This is what we have done in a previous discussion. Actually, we have done one, but we need to clarify most of the thing because this one mostly are static pages here, like this domain or something. Right now, we need to create this what do you call this dynamic one, guys. For example, normally in our product, like if you have an e-commerce thing or something, any kind of site that have this domain, I mean this dynamic URLs, then of course we need to deal with this kind of situation, guys. So right now we will copy this kind of thing. Okay, we just do some sample here, guys. Just a quick one only, just to elaborate and then explain a bit. So this one, guys. So again, this one is for all the newbie, the very beginner, guys. So for those advanced viewer here, maybe you can help them or something like just share your own knowledge here, guys. Just leave a comment below there. Okay, thank you. Okay, I just copy paste over the sample code there, guys, and then we can check this code if it is really working or not. Okay, we'll try to run our web server again. Okay, it's running. Okay, we will do some, because based on our URL here, as you can see, guys, our pattern now, this is what they call the pattern, guys. As you can see that this one is like articles and then your category. This is when you open close bracket, guys, this one, open bracket here and then the close bracket, and then inside is actually, this is your argument here, your parameter variable. So whatever the user will try to address, like this your domain there, then slash, then articles, slash again with this name or whatever the category name there, then any matching with this kind of URL, then we will deal with this kind of thing, guys. So it will route to this articles category handler here. Okay, then we will just display whatever the inputs there. This one is just a simple printout, guys. So we will try. Okay, the address is articles slash we will try Maharlikans, our favorite. Okay, we'll just try. As you can see, is a 404, guys. This one later on we will change this when we go deep dive, guys. Later we will just change this 404 one. Okay, so right now this Maharlikans code, you see the pattern there is not matched, guys. The pattern here is articles and then your whatever is the category here. For example, this is your dynamic category, guys. Okay, but you see, as you can see, there is a leading slash there, guys. This is the exact pattern that you need to match with. For example, you need to add this, and then it will show whatever the Maharlikans here, whatever the category that you are, whatsoever the name or category you are placing here. Right now, the argument here is the category. So whatever it matched there, it will just we capture whatever the value here. Okay, guys. And then but if we don't have the trailing remove this, then the pattern is not matched. If it say is a page 404, but anyway, this one is a dynamic one, so you need to deal with this like that. But maybe we will enhance this in the future, guys. Limiting about it, this one is we need to automatically route, probably, guys, if when once the user enters like without the trailing slash there, then it will automatically add some like that, guys. It will automatically redirect there. So if this one will match, okay guys, so we will I will think about it, and then we will enhance this this Gorilla Gorilla Mux here, the URL router. Okay, so I think we don't have here much. Normally you will route automatically, guys. Okay, so there is a okay, I think there is a when we go deep dive about this, guys, we will explore more about this Gorilla Mux. But at the moment is it suffices us already, all this thing. Okay, so I think no more in the bottom there. Okay, so this is good enough at the moment, and then we will try one more time this dynamic one. So we will try this another one, which is the category but with the ID. Okay, so we'll end this first, and then there is a okay, we just copy this first. We will enhance this later on, guys, no worries. With ID, okay, you just put like that first. This is for our testing. And then there is a category as well, but hold on, guys, I need to change this. Okay, now the pattern is different, guys. There is articles, then category. Okay, okay, just leave it like that. So there is a ID because we need to change it probably for better illustration, guys. Then we can just say product name here, and then your product ID here. You can always I think this one cannot. Okay, let's say, guys, your product info. For example, you have this case like you have, of course, we have this individual product display when the user click the individual products, or for example like that, guys. Okay, so we have this, whatever the variable that you're putting, guys, you need to match here as well. As you can see, we need to use this product name for this what they call, for example, this is the product name, and then we need to capture the second argument, which is the ID. The second argument is this what we call this ID, guys, here. But the pattern here, the Gorilla is handling only the positive number that we are, as long as there is a plus here. Okay, guys, there's a plus symbol. So normally in our dynamic value, guys, for example, the ID is a auto number or auto increment. This is all positive number. Can we go to a negative value there? Okay, so we will capture this ID as well. Okay, then we capture this ID. For example, guys, you can the URL here, you can later when we have some with our MySQL database there, when we have this kind of a product or user information, we will play around, guys. No worries, we will go deep dive on this. Right now it's too basic for a while, so we will just display this first, product information, and then we display the ID. But in our, probably when we deal with the MySQL database already, we have some database involvement, then we can probably search here like the MySQL, then you can retrieve those information based on the ID. Of course, we will research based on the ID, because this page is for individual product information. This is for sure we will deal with this, guys. So right now we just display and capture whatever the value there in our URL pattern. Okay, so we just run again, and then we will this one is for the category. Right now we will try the other pattern, other URL. Okay, so product, I think what is our product name? Sometimes we forget. Okay, product, then product is ID. So our URL here is product. For example, your product description is Maharlikans code, Probably we will have this some other languages we have this automatic dash, guys, when we have some anyway, later part when we, no worries, we will go just a simple one first, guys. Yeah, I hope you understand. Just kidding. Okay, this what do you call the ID here, whatever the value here, like for example your ID, your product ID, from your database is like this, then we will display exactly the from the URL, guys, we will display exactly the product ID, the product name. So but the most important part there is the product ID, because later part we will capture all the information regarding this product, and then we will display immediately on our product page, for example, guys. So we assume that this one all dynamic pages. Okay, guys. So but if you try to key in the pattern here from the last one is the ID, guys, this means it will capture only integer value. For example, if you mix with another alphanumeric something, guys, press enter, then it will not cannot find the page. So it means that it will return a 404 error here, guys. So this is the thing, guys. So that pattern is will only accept positive number. So we will try the negative here. Also, it cannot be negative value as well. So only some positive value here, guys. For example, like this. Okay, so probably this is our thing, guys. And then based on my experience, guys, the recommended one is our pattern right now. We don't have the trailing ID here, like a slash there. If you put some slash at the behind one, cannot find it's 404. What you can do is this is probably based on my experience, guys, but most of the other languages also, they will always put this at the trailing slash there at the end, always in our URL. Like the Django there, they always have like this. But Django, which is the Python there, Python and then the Django framework, they always automatically route if the user don't have this trailing slash there, still can find the links, because they will automatically add this trailing backslash there, because in the URL matching must always follow the exact thing, guys, here. So don't forget that if you put this or if you remove, please remember that when you use that, you will always put whether this one or if you remove this, then must remove, otherwise it will always return. But our challenge is we need to change this into automatic routing, guys. This kind of thing, I think, I'm not sure, just leave a comment below, guys, if you know more about this Gorilla Mux in our discussion here. So you can just share your code by commenting below down there. Okay, thank you so much. And then but this is the recommended one, guys. No worries, we will many ways we can do that, so we just explore in the future. So in our probably our next discussion, guys, we will deal with this what do you call, oops, I never run, sorry. Right now we have finished this URL routing here, which is the Gorilla Mux. Actually, you can in our server as well, guys. This is how you can call, by the way, guys, when our MainRouters here. This is from our API, right? These are all the MainRouters here, which is our login, about us, contact us, all these publicly accessible, guys, without any authentication or outside of the dashboard or something like that, like that, guys. Okay, so this one also you can run multiple here, guys. Okay, you can run or instantiate multiple web server here in just one main.go or one main project or one project you have. For example, you have another router here, and I mean another API that you need to deal with, another like different kind of API or external API that you want. You can create another group here, like API 2 or API like that, guys, like the versioning there. Because normally in API, especially if you give this to external sources, or like any users that rely on your application, that you feed them the data, you can always create this kind of another kind of HTTP server for that. You can split, but of course you need to change this port number, different port number, guys. Of course you cannot use the same port, because okay, so you can just copy this kind of block here, this code, but you can only configure and change this port number. Or if you have another IP address or server, then you can point there as well. You can run multiple server here. Okay, guys, and then you can of course you can configure this kind of middleware or cores. Okay, so in our next video, guys, we will probably discuss with this what do you call this, Gorilla CSRF. This is the thing, guys. Probably this one is useful for us. Again, if you are using this Ajax post, or most especially is the post, guys. For example, if you have this login here, for example, you are using Ajax to post when you log in or sign up. Okay, when you register or forgot the thing, no need those classic page form post, guys. That one very classic one. Okay, this one we can at least you can, if you I will illustrate to you guys when we will try to post without the database first. Of course, guys, we will try that first, then we will deal here to post something like the CSRF. Right now we are in our main router here. As you can see that we are calling this CSRF already, guys. So from the Gorilla Mux there, actually this is already embedded in this home page, the login page. Actually this variable here is already, we can use that in our page. Same here, we are calling from this index, guys. As you can see, just a quick overview, guys. As you can see, when I call this variable here from our template, actually I'm calling this variable called page title. This is what we call embeddable data here, guys. So we embed some of the context or some of the data that we are dealing with. Then we will just throw to our template there, whatever the HTML you're using. Okay, I mean this in front here, we just open the open what I call this two open bracket. Okay, with the dot here, you always have this dot, guys. Okay, then the variable name, ensure that the variable name is here as well, guys. Otherwise it will throw, of course, error, guys, because you cannot find this variable. For example, you misspelled this or something. Okay, and then the settings also, but these settings okay, I just quick over. okay, hold on guys. I think I don't have here in our pages. I think I called. Okay, this is the best example. Okay, settings that site full name. Okay, guys, remember that we have this config.site settings here. Okay, this is under our config and then the global variables.go. Okay, actually these are all found in our what do you call these settings, guys. For example, this variable, guys, the full name here, right? So these are all the things, the constant here. Then we always call this from our global variables to be available in our HTML pages or in our templates here. So you can always call this like this, and this is how you're going to call from our global variables. Okay, settings or whatever your name here, whatever you're liking, then you can call, because this one is under the struct there. Then with this variable, this is the structure that we are defining all the strings, integer, those very common applications that your common values of variables or constant variables that you are going to load every pages. So this one is a very good example for global variables here in Maharlikans code in Golang programming language, guys. So I can share it with you here. So you can always put here in the config or from our discussion here. So okay, guys, let's see. We'll start with our CSRF kind of thing in our next topic here in Maharlikans code. Okay, guys, that's all for today's discussion, and I hope I impart with you some knowledge and that I can share it with you guys. So now you are, at least we know some of the basics there for this URL routers, and then using this Gorilla Mux. And then of course in our next discussion we are still in the basic, guys. So probably we will deal with the CSRF first, and then the next one would be still in the Gorilla here. We will do this kind of the web sockets, maybe in after we have done our logging system, guys, because otherwise we cannot play around with this Gorilla web sockets first. So after the CSRF, we will create our what they call this basic maybe the login system, guys. So we will deal with that in our next discussion. So we will have the login system, complete login system here in Maharlikans code. We will do it from scratch, and then we'll auto notify the user for the user's authentication, activation of the email, or something like that. Then we will go in with the dashboard there. Then after we created with the small dashboard, then probably we can try to upload to our production server there, so that you guys there anywhere in the world you are sitting there, you can just try and then log in and then play around with our login system. Then we can improve or something. Then we can have our what they call these web sockets there. Then we can play around, and then we will create some basic or simple chat application. Then the chat application itself is actually using the WebSocket there. So it's a real time, like you are typing, then there's some indicator, then send a message, or whoever is having this channel code or channel name, then we can probably broadcast to how many whoever the user is connected, guys. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching my videos here in Maharlikans code. If you please consider subscribing so that you can have more videos like this, and stay tuned, guys, for our next tutorial series here in Maharlikans code. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.